It's my understanding that the peace talks or any sort of interest in a royal reconciliation comes from Prince Harry. It's my understanding that Meghan Markle has no desire to reconnect with the British royal family, and B, there are concerns on her end that if Harry does, reunite with his father and potentially, but as I don't believe it could ever come to fruition, his brother, Meghan's concern is that they would push her out or that they would have more influence on Prince Harry than she does. I feel like this is a last resort from Prince Harry, who's kind of stumbled over the last few years. In 2025, yes, Meghan has launched new products and new projects back to back to back. Some, she says are successes, others are analytical failures. I think that Prince Harry, once he lost Senebale, I think that this is the charity that he put together in honor of his mother. I think that that devastated him more than we truly know. Um, his real win right now is Invictus. And how much does he truly contribute to Invictus on a day to day basis? I think that a royal reunion for him is about having a purpose as much as it is about saving his brand and his reputation. I think that he's pretty lost in Montecito when it comes to how to contribute to the world, not just pay the bills on the 16 bathroom Montecito mansion, but I think that he feels an inner struggle to contribute more to the world. And with Meghan, she's gone clearly just commercial, straight commercial in 2025. According to Lady Elizabeth Anson, several royal cousins were excluded from the guest list to make room for celebrity attendees like George Clooney, his wife Amal. There's a shot where a media outlet asks George, "How do you know the couple?" He's like, "We don't." And it's very odd. You're thinking, why are you there? But this decision to cut actual family members in DNA from the guest list for these strangers and celebrities like Reese Witherspoon, who said, "I was invited." And I said, "No, thank you. I have no idea who you are." It deeply hurt Queen Elizabeth. And these are the first reports we're hearing about this, thanks to Sally Bedell Smith, that the Queen almost rejected the idea of all of the celebrities that were walking around St. George's Chapel. And so Lady Elizabeth, who was not only the Queen's cousin, but this trusted confidant, gently encouraged Queen Elizabeth to look ahead to Princess Eugenie's wedding, which she described as a family wedding. And it became this comforting event that offered the Queen this renewed sense of belonging and the chance to be genuinely appreciated by those closest to her. Because according to Sally Bedell Smith's reports, she really felt excluded from Harry and Meghan's wedding. And it broke her heart. Not only did it break her heart, but it was kind of annoyed by it because she's giving them this platform. She's giving them this venue. She's giving them all this attention and all this. That to me says that Meghan would be so disrespectful.
Royal commentator Kinsey Schofield has dropped a bombshell. According to her, Meghan Markle has no desire whatsoever to reconnect with the royal family. This isn't about scheduling conflicts, travel complications, or even media drama. Schofield suggests it's a deliberate decision. She claims Meghan is avoiding any talks of reconciliation because she fears they could unravel the power dynamic she currently holds with Prince Harry. Schofield's insight paints a picture of a woman who sees peace with the royals not as a healing moment, but as a personal threat. Why? Because if Harry rebuilds bridges with his family, Meghan may no longer be the central figure in his life's narrative. In Meghan's eyes, reconciliation could mean Harry having a renewed support system,
and be so fixated on the idea of an Oprah Winfrey being seated in the church and not her own father or, some of her own family members, but especially some of the Queen's closest family members, tells me that she was always looking to use the royal family to climb the social ladder, to get, and this, to me, maybe to you too, the royal family is the ultimate, the peak when it comes to society. And I would rather hang out with the royal family than George Clooney. But Meghan's from Hollywood, and Meghan experienced years of rejection as a struggling actress, and she's always wanted fame. She's always chased fame. So when I look at a story like this, I'm not surprised by it, but it tells me that Meghan's ultimate objective was always to use the royal family to elevate herself and to elevate her own brand. And when it came to hurting them, they were just collateral damage, the royals. I do feel by the time that it's Princess Eugenie's wedding, Harry and Meghan are being looked at as outsiders. The idea that Lady Elizabeth Anson and Queen Elizabeth were going to plan Princess Eugenie's wedding or have a hand in Princess Eugenie's wedding as much as possible after both being excluded from Harry and Meghan's wedding because the Queen wanted Lady Elizabeth to work with Harry and Meghan, and they declined her services. It becomes this meaningful moment for the Queen to feel seen, respected, and surrounded by those closest to her. And by this time, I feel like Harry and Meghan were no longer considered closest to her. I feel like the Queen had already had some severe concerns about the way that Harry and Meghan were fitting into the family, especially when we hear from Lady Elizabeth Anson through Sally Bedell Smith that Meghan was not getting along with William and Catherine, and the Queen was especially concerned about the two girls not getting along. And William and Catherine are the future of the monarchy. I think that if Prince Harry had not met Meghan Markle, he would have still stayed close to Queen Elizabeth. She thought he was naughty and cheeky and fun, and he would prank call her. They had a unique bond and a unique relationship until Meghan came on the scene, and then everything became so serious. In Tom Bower's book, he talks about a 2017 incident at one of Prince Harry's friends' weddings in Jamaica, where Harry becomes just furious with rage when he spots a photographer down the way that's hiding in the bushes trying to catch a shot of Harry and Meghan. And Harry's friends are like, this is a typical Tuesday for you. Why are you so angry? And according to Tom Bower in his book, they say this is a result of Meghan, that Meghan feeds this awful energy in Harry, this paranoia and anger. And I think he's blinded by love. And I think that he has burned a lot of bridges because he's trying to defend Meghan, and he's trying to step up and take up for his wife.
One that doesn't involve her in every conversation, decision, or headline. Schofield says Meghan worries this could lead to her being pushed out of royal affairs entirely, making her less relevant in both the media and the global stage. Rumors about potential peace talks between Harry and senior royals have been swirling for months. While some see these as opportunities for a long overdue family reunion, Schofield suggests Meghan may view them as a political chess match. For Meghan, the royal rift has become part of their public brand. It fuels interviews, documentaries, and media coverage. Ending the feud could take away one of their most marketable narratives. Critics of Meghan will see this as proof that she's invested in the drama, keeping tensions alive to maintain influence and attention. Supporters might argue that Meghan is simply protecting her emotional well-being,
who he is so in love with that he doesn't see her shortcomings, and that perhaps she treats staff inappropriately, but certainly family members, based on my opinion and recent reports that have come out. The idea that Lady Elizabeth Anson and Queen Elizabeth are creating this family, intimate, fun, but intimate wedding for Princess Eugenie. Of course, it's going to be Princess Eugenie's special day. She wants to be the belle of the ball. She wants to be the center of attention. And in comes Meghan Markle to announce that she is pregnant with baby Archie, which takes all of the attention away from Princess Eugenie. I mean, everyone was shocked that Meghan would think that this was the appropriate venue to announce her pregnancy, because this is an heir, this is I should say a spare. This is somebody that's in the line of succession that she's now incubating. This is breaking news. And the way that the royal family works, and you've seen this in the recent reports of a royal reconciliation, is that when one member of the royal family needs a moment to shine, wants headlines for a specific cause or something that's important to them, every other member of the royal family steps back and allows that cause to shine. So there are recent reports that Prince Harry has actually offered his diary to the royal family to ensure that there are no conflicts in the future. So if there's a picture of Queen Camilla that's released for her birthday, Harry doesn't hijack the headlines. Walking down a land, walking down a minefield in Angola. So Harry knows that this is a rule, a regular rule. But in the real world, it's just common sense and common courtesy that you allow the bride to have her special day. I do think it says that there might be a little bit of narcissism when it comes to Meghan Markle. I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose it, but it's just so something that I don't think a normal person would do, that you have to sit back and go, what could have possibly inspired something like that? I want all eyes on me, despite the fact that I'm not the bride. I will tell you that I've had a couple more friends reach out to me about Lady Elizabeth Anson, and I think that we are going to hear more about her conversations with Queen Elizabeth in the next few weeks. And if I were Harry and Meghan, I would be nervous about what else Lady Elizabeth Anson is going to say beyond the grave.
Refusing to re-enter a family dynamic she once described as toxic. Either way, the optics are tricky. If she avoids reconciliation, she risks being seen as the one blocking peace, while if she engages, she risks losing control of the Sussex brand. If Schofield's claims are correct, reconciliation between the Sussexes and the royal family is unlikely anytime soon. Harry may want to repair ties, but if Meghan remains resistant, it could put strain on their relationship. As the royal rift continues, one thing is certain: every move, every statement, and every missed opportunity for peace will keep fueling the headlines, for better or worse.